Hello everyone, it is me, Mary, and I am here today with an amazing video for you. Yes, it's going to be great. Okay guys, so basically what we're going to be discussing today or reviewing is a situation that has probably happened to everyone and absolutely just happened to me the other day, and I just wanted to go over what happens, how to react when this happens, and also how to or ways to try to prohibit or minimize the risk of this occurring. So what am I discussing? The first thing that I'm going to discuss is going to be, well actually what I am discussing is going to be missing offers from the store. So we're going to look at a few different stores, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and pretty much discuss some of the differences and how to handle ourselves when we start to see that we're missing rewards. In addition to that, if you have not found me on Instagram, I am officially on Instagram now at Deals by Mary. So, social media. Yes. Okay, so anyways, let's just look at some of the rewards that we can get. Let's start with CVS. CVS and Walgreens are pretty much going to be relatively similar in a particular respect, okay? So what happens is that if we shop at CVS, we could receive ECBs, extra care bucks, when we purchase participating items. If we're shopping at Walgreens, we could get register rewards, which are like Catalina manufacturer coupons that we can use only in Walgreens, or we could receive the balance rewards that are points that are going to be added to our account that we can end up using in our transactions as well. Now, in these stores, we're going to have to make sure that we are purchasing participating items and they have to be the correct items. So, say that we have done everything right on our end. We have verified all of the items that we're going to purchase. We have, before going to the store, we have made a list. We have written down all the information that we need to be able to successfully carry out our trip. So a problem could occur though, to where we write down that we need to buy 3 Colgate Max. Well, there could be some stipulations in sizes for the actual Colgate Max that we have to purchase. Or say that we're thinking that, you know, we want to get some register awards if we purchase a certain amount of the items. Well, we could accidentally write down that we only have to purchase 2 when in all reality we have to purchase 3. So it's very important prior to going to the store that we have done our homework. You're going to do your homework by your ad, reviewing your ad, or your online sales for that particular ad. So your online ad, and sometimes at CVS, very often, we will have sales at CVS that exceed just the little bitty ad that we have. So there are more sales going on, and that's why it's important to check your CVS weekly sales and your ad. So you have done everything on your behalf. You've made sure that you've checked all the size requirements. You've made sure that you've checked all the quantities, the prices of the items. So you've done everything prior to going to the store. Now we're in the store. So what happens? Number one, even though you've done a list, always take an ad with you. I don't care how much I have reviewed an ad. I don't care if I've memorized the ad. You better bet when you see me walk in a store, I'm either going to be walking in with an ad or I'm going to walk right to the front and get an ad, because we can make mistakes. We are human, and there could be some ad differences that are regional. I'm not saying that this happens, but it has happened before. So I'm not saying it's a common occurrence, but I have seen it happen, especially in states like New York. Okay, so let's continue on. We have an ad. Now we're actually going to purchase our items. So we're going to walk through the aisles. We're going to start to see the item. So if I have OxyClean and I have written in my list that I have to buy 2 bottles of OxyClean. So I've purchased my OxyClean. However, I see on the shelf that there is no sign that would indicate that this is on sale. Does that mean that it's not on sale? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that, especially if you're shopping, you know, early Sunday morning, or if you're doing the shopping early activation. The signs may not even be up yet. Okay, so what is something that we can do? Well, number one, we're going to take that ad and we're going to very closely check the item to ensure that it matches, okay? Now, sometimes ads say any OxyClean detergent. Well, that means any. If it does not say any, it could be OxyClean white Revive, okay? And if we're getting the HD and not the HD White Revive, we're actually not getting the correct one, okay? So we need to verify that. Now, how can we verify this if there is not a price tag up or there's not a sales, any information up? Well, one thing we can do, we can go ahead and start to see some of the clues. Well, it says here that it should be on sale for $2.99. It is Monday, so the sales are in the system. Let's just go ahead and go to the red box and scan it. Well, if it's not scanning at the correct price, there is a probability that maybe that's not the correct item. Do systems make errors? Absolutely. Is that the go all end all? Absolutely not. So at this point, we've done everything we could do. And we're either at CVS or Walgreens. At Walgreens, we don't have the little red box. But in saying that, we've done everything that we can do on our behalf. So prior to approaching the register, what I would recommend is getting a sales associate. Getting a sales associate, having your ad out, having yourself well collected, and then bringing the sales associate to the actual item. Don't say, you don't have this mark, so I'm just wanting to make sure that this is the right price because it says here online that it's supposed to be this price. No, calm down. Go to the actual item, say, hey, you know, here in the ad, it specifies that this should be this price. I'm not seeing it here. Was there not supposed to be, you know, a tag, or is this actually excluded? Could you please help me? So one of three things is going to happen. Number one, they're going to say it is the wrong item. It is what it is. If you feel that you're right, handle it at a different time. It's not time to make enemies in CVS. You can ask very politely, well, why does it show it here? You know, could you please honor this? This is your ad. Is there any way you could please honor it? But getting nasty is not going to help you. Okay, guys? So we can handle it that way. Now, if they say in the store that, you know, I'm not sure, we can see at the register, and if it prints one out, that's great. If it doesn't, you know, I don't know what to do. That's not a good answer, okay? And then number three, she could say, or he could say, whatever it is, I'll make it work for you. It's not your fault. Okay, so those are some of the situations that occur. So now you've decided to, what is going on here? Now you've decided to actually purchase the item. So I put in this temporary hair stuff, and it really makes my hair kind of like gross feeling and crunchy feeling, and I don't like that. I have very soft hair. So this is really bothering me to like the fullest extent. I'm actually going to push pause and brush this because I cannot even look at myself anymore. Hold on. Personal problems. Okay, so now we have made the decision to actually purchase the item, or at least go up front and figure it out. So we are at the front. We're doing our transaction. Now, at CVS, we're not going to have our ECB print until the end of the transaction. So it's not a situation to where we can see that it's immediately going to load. Now at Target, we'd immediately see that, but we're at CVS right now and we're not seeing that, okay? We're not seeing it at Walgreens. We're not seeing it at Rite Aid. So pretty much at this point, what we have to do is just buy the item and then see what happens at the end of the transaction. So what I always say is, if there is nobody behind you in the line, that's fine. After the cashier has given your receipt back, just go ahead and verify that you've received everything. Now, if you've been watching my videos and you've been seeing how I break down my transactions, at the end you will see that I say, or in every single item I get, it says receive 5, receive 2, receive 1. So I immediately know that I am anticipating $5 for this, $2 for this, $1 for this, and the total that I should be receiving in ECBs is XYZ. The same thing goes for Catalina's at Walgreens. If I'm supposed to receive $5 in register awards, then I know, because I have it listed, that I'm supposed to be receiving $5. So there's no surprise there for me. So when I'm at the register, if I note that I'm not receiving anything, what I end up doing is I have my little pin. I put a little circle around it, okay? Then I continue on. Well, I haven't received this. Let's do this. I haven't received this. Let's do this. So then at this point, hopefully there's nobody behind you. If there is, just to be courteous, you need to be out of the lane. Go handle your business, and then get back in the line after the fact, after somebody's already gone, so that way you're not holding up a line. You don't have to do it that way. That's just the way that I shop, okay? So then you're going to present the information to the cashier. This is going to work for Walgreens, and it's going to work for CVS. You're going to say, hey, here's the ad. here's the item circled. I didn't receive my points on this. And here is my receipt showing that I did not receive the points. Is there any way that you could process them and do a force print? So at CVS, if they force print, they're just going to print you out an ECB. And it'll say something like, we're sorry for whatever, and then it'll have your ECB on there. And you'll have that. Now you have to have your card because it'll print it to go to your actual account. So at Walgreens, there are some different ways that this happens. Now it could be points that are to go onto your card, or it could be a Catalina. So it's going to be up to the management on how they're going to add that. Now I've had them do a few different things for me. 2 things actually. Number 1, I have had them actually give me cash and say, hey, I'm sorry, here's the difference. Which I was like, I don't even know what's up with that, but it was what it was. And then I've also had them add points. Now, I have also had at Walgreens them tell me that they can't do anything. So at that point, what you have to do is you have to save your receipt, save all of that information, also save your ad, and go ahead and call customer service, and they will add the points for you. Now, at CVS, I have never had where they would not do a force print. However, if they will not do a force print, what you can do is call customer service. As long as you've purchased the right item, you will be reimbursed for your points or for your rewards, guys. Period. They have it advertised. There's nothing that you did wrong. Just make sure that you have the right item. So let's talk about Target. How are we going to work this out at Target? Because there are gift card deals. Well, here's what I say in Target. Here are my 2 tips. Number 1, we're going to verify that we're getting all the right stuff. We're going to do that. But if you know that there is something in the store, because we have an ad, but there is an in-store promotion for buy 3 laundry detergents, get a $5 gift card. However, it does not say it in the ad. What I would do is I would take a picture while I'm in the store to have that just in case. In addition to that, if it is a situation to where you see that online and it says available in store and it has the information for a gift card, take a screenshot and have that website up and available. So those are some ways that you can prepare yourself to be able to request your gift card in the event that it doesn't work. Now what's going to happen is if you go to the register and a gift card does not print, because what happens at Target is a little bit different. So say that I have to buy 2 and I'm going to get a gift card. You're going to scan 1, nothing's going to happen. You're going to scan 2, the gift card screen will come up. The cashier has to issue you a gift card before being able to proceed. So the cashier will no longer be able to scan anything until they address what's going on, which is the prompt for the gift card. If this does not happen, right now we know, hey, my gift card didn't show up. So at that time, what you can do, if you're in the register, you can go ahead and say, I was supposed to get a gift card. If you get a big line, you want to wait and deal with customer service, wait and deal with customer service. But you can stop at that point before you proceed with your transaction and say, hey, I was supposed to get a gift card. Now, the cashier may say, well, it didn't show up. I understand, you know, hey, especially on like Saturdays before the next day, I've had this happen a lot. So what can happen is they'll probably do the first thing. The first thing they're going to do, 1 out of 3, is they're going to look in the ad. And if you say, well, it's not in the ad, I have this, this, and this, they may need to request a supervisor. Okay, so the next thing they can do is tell you there's nothing I can do about it. If it doesn't print, then if it doesn't show up, there's nothing I can do. That's not true. And then the third thing could be very simply, hold on. The third thing could be very simply that the cashier is like, oh, it's okay, I believe you. Boop. Put it right in. So we're going to have to either verify either on their own or with a supervisor, trust you and give you one. So if you're just like, hey, here's my cell phone screen. Oh, okay, sure, no problem. Or they're going to say there's nothing I can do. So you can handle this in a few different ways. If they're saying there's nothing I can do, then what you can do is you can request a supervisor immediately to the register. Now, if the store's busy and you have a line, I never do that. I just say, it's okay. You know, either I'll void out the item or I'll say just go ahead and then I'll walk right over to customer service. Or what can happen is you can just say, I'm done and walk away. Just understand that one deal or one deal, one situation is not worth ruining your reputation and having a bad vibe every time you go to that store. So just try to be respectful. Okay. So anyways, we have that situation. And then, like I said, continuing on with your transaction, voiding out that item or voiding out the entire transaction, or just getting a manager. I always say the easiest thing is just to go ahead, show them your phone where you have a picture, show them the ad, show them the online. If there's a big line, just saying, oh, just keep on going ahead. I'll go to customer service after. It's not a problem. So that's typically the way that I handle it. But the second that they scan those items, the gift card is going to immediately prompt. The system's going to immediately prompt for a gift card. If it doesn't, it's not coming at the end, guys. So address it then. You have to know what you're anticipating, because if you leave the store and you have not addressed this, there is a higher probability that you're going to have problems in the future with this, being able to get your gift card, okay? Because say that it is advertised in your store, however, it is not national. Now you're calling customer service. They may not have the ability to see that offer. They may go ahead and give you a gift card just for courtesy. However, it's a little harder to handle when we're dealing with it outside of the store at Target. Okay, and the last store that I want to discuss is going to be Rite Aid. Now, Rite Aid is a lot different than any of the stores. Rite Aid, I love Rite Aid. Rite Aid is basically where I learned to shop at. So I'm always going to have like a soft spot, for Rite Aid with me. But in saying that, what happens when you don't get a Plenty point added? Now, there are a few different scenarios. So number one, we have some different types of coupons that will prompt Plenty points to come to our card. So let's just get very simplistic. One could be a coupon that we've received in the mail that says you're going to receive 300 points. So at that point, what happens is we scan that, and typically what's going to happen is it's going to show up right at the bottom of our receipt, and it's going to say, hey, you've earned XYZ. This is what you've earned for this particular coupon. It's not going to reduce your item total. It's going to produce points. Okay, so that's that type of coupon. Now, another offer that we could have is a partner offer that is online. So it's digital, attached to our Plenty account. If you have not added this prior to going to the store and doing your transaction, you're not going to get that reward. Period. You must add and activate this prior to going to the store. And I always say, just because you think you have it activated, always verify by checking under the activation area. Okay, so what's going to happen then? If you do this type of item, you're not going to immediately see, high probability, you're not going to immediately see your rewards there, your Plenty points. It's going to take, I've seen 3 days for it to show up. So say that you haven't seen it in 4 or 5 days. What you need to do is you need to call and say, look, I have it added to my cell phone. It shows that it's activated. It was activated prior to going to the store. I did verify this, yet I have not received it. That's one situation. Give it a few days though. And the same thing goes with like beauty bucks at CVS. I know a lot of people, they look at the end of the receipt and it's not showing that it's tracking. You have to give it some time, guys. Okay, give it like 2 days for CVS. I've had it 3 days, so it really depends. So, all right, now we have that situation discussed. What about in-store offers and promotions? So I just had a situation the other day. I was at Rite Aid. It was 8:52 at night on a Saturday. So there are times to where, 8:52 at night on Saturday. So there are times to where the system is now updating and there is a possibility that the offer is no longer available or it's not showing in their system anymore. So when that happens, we're going to handle this the same way that we would at any other store or what Walgreens and CVS. We're going to make sure that we have verified, it's the right item. We've done everything. So now we're in the car, we're checking because there's no sense in really doing it in the store because they can't do anything for you in the store. Okay. So when you're in the car and you're checking, okay, well, wait a second. I got 1,300 points. I was supposed to get 1,800, or excuse me, 1,800 points. So when I saw this in the car, I was like, well, wait a second, what's going on here? So let me verify. Okay, well, yes, this came on. Well, where's that? That was an in-store offer for the toothbrushes. Why, I've got hair on my nose, why is an in-store offer not showing up? Because an in-store offer should be showing up. It's not a partner offer. It's not anything else. It's an in-store. Why is it not on my receipt? Once again, you know, I could be wrong before I call and, you know, cause problems. I'm just going to verify the correct item. And I'm also going to verify that it rang incorrectly. So yes, I had the correct item. Did it ring up correctly? Absolutely. It says here OBPH, SUG, DEF, MD, blah, 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 blah. That's exactly what the item says, okay? So at this point, I know the item's correct, the ad is correct, the item is ringing up correct. There's no issue with the SKU, so it's ringing incorrect. The date is still available. I'm still within the promotion, so there's no reason why I didn't get these monies. So with Rite Aid, what you do is you call them and you speak with them. And you're going to need a few things when you call and speak with them at Rite Aid. So the first thing you're going to need is your store number. So your store number is going to be right at the top here. It's going to be the first line. Then after that, what you're going to need is your register number. Okay, so your register number is right there. Excuse me, your transaction number. So it's going to be register number and then the transaction number. So you're going to have those two things. In addition to that, you're going to have your Plenty account number. Now, if your account is linked to the same phone number, so say you haven't changed your phone number or whatever, you're just going to give them your phone number. If you've changed your phone number and you have some issues there, I would go ahead and sign into your Plenty account, update your account before calling, but you always have your card number. So that's what we're going to do there with that. So once you've done that, you're also going to need to be able to provide them the item ID or the actual item that you're discussing. So we've called now, we've got someone on the phone, and we just very clearly state, and you're going to speak with customer service. So you're going to very clearly state, hey, look, I'm missing some offers and I just wanted to, you know, see what happened and see if you can credit me my points. They're going to say, sure. What was the date? You're going to give them the date. What was the store number? Give them the store number. What's the transaction ID? And what's the item of concern? You give them that. They have all the ability to see the ad. They see your receipt, and they can go up to 3 months, okay, to receipts. So then at that point, they'll put you on a hold, and if you are supposed to get the points, they will immediately add them, and you will see them by 6 o'clock the next morning. Now, the only tip that I really have for you is that you have to give 48 hours for the receipt information to upload in their system. So say that I did this offer today and I was unable to get it to them, or I didn't get it. I'm not going to call back first thing tomorrow morning because it's probably not going to be there. So you can call back in 24 hours, but they typically say 48 hours just to be on the safe side. Okay, guys? So I hope you found this video helpful, and I absolutely hope it provides some clarity on what to do when you're missing offers at multiple stores when shopping. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, guys.